Hello everyone, my name is Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. We are back with Isaac Butterfield, one of my favorite YouTubers in the entire world. This is the angry lesbian feminist really hates men. Of course she does. Of course they do. A lot of feminists hate men. Just all men for some stupid fucking reason. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Let's see what Isaac has to say about this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is back, the queer Kiwi, and this time it's not very personal at all. It's more of a check-in, all right? I just want to see how she's doing. This time last year, she made a video about little old me, and she wasn't very happy with me at all. Isaac Butterfield thinks he's clever and funny. Sad face. Anyway, she's sort of right. I do find myself very funny, and I responded with my very own video, which I thought was marvelous, and that was about it. I won. She went back to, I don't know, dyeing her armpits. Yeah, she really does that.
I don't think it would work, but I'd love to be able to do it.
Could you do rainbow on your legs?
I'm sorry, but if you dye your armpit hair, seek help. Do something. Touch grass. Read a book. Do something that's not this dumb.
What the bloody hell am I watching? Groundbreaking stuff, really defeating the patriarchy. No one will ever treat women poorly now that your pits are dyed. So anyway, I thought I'd check in on her, just, you know, making sure everything's okay. And she has been uploading content, and it's as marvelous as you'd imagine. Here's a video. Are the straights okay? Spoiler alert, they aren't! Conservative TikToks are a living nightmare. Sir, have you ever spoken to a woman? The nicest man on the internet. Aren't straight men meant to like women? ... And my personal favourite, bread is better than people. Asexual memes. Wow. I feel sorry for the LGBTQIA+ community because this is the content that they're dished up. Do better, hairy lady, do better. Now, I have found some great clips that we're going to have a look at right now from the queer Kiwi, but I will say this, every one of her videos goes for about 30 bloody minutes, so I shan't be going through all of them. I probably missed some stuff, but I did my best. You're welcome. Here is the Kiwi lady of queerness reacting to what she labels conservative TikToks. Okay. Conservative TikToks are a living nightmare, she says.
Shut up. Stop talking about it. I beg you to stop talking about it.
Cow achievement. Trans women can indeed lactate.
What? Okay. It is true. Men, trans women, which are biologically men can actually lactate, though it is more of a watery substance. I don't know what the conditions are for it to happen, but it does. It is a factual thing that actually happens. It actually has happened to a lot of men. I think it's more of older men, but it actually has happened, but it just sounds really stupid.
You would follow the Newman-Goldfarb protocol, a medical protocol designed to help women induce lactation if they were not getting pregnant themselves. I'm gonna be a mother.
You sure about that? You sure?
I'm probably gonna be stopping in this video, Larkist. Okay. People were I swear to God, our educational system has failed us. Okay, men and trans women that are still biologically men. It's the truth. Get over it. I don't care about your fucking feelings. The truth does not care about your feelings on this. Men cannot get pregnant. It is physically impossible for us men to get pregnant. Trans women cannot get pregnant either because they're still biologically men. For a person to get pregnant, i.e. a woman, they have to have a uterus. And they have to be able to produce eggs that can be inseminated by a sperm. Men do not have these eggs or uteri. You know, uterus, uteri. We cannot get pregnant. That is the truth. That is a fact. You're just gonna have to, get that through your thick fucking skull.
About that?
Is it really a conservative person's opinion that men cannot breastfeed? Or is that just a logical thing to say because they can't?
Part of that process is that I am working to induce lactation to be able to breastfeed our youngest child.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the edits that were in that TikTok were...
Okay. While men, yes, can lactate, I think it's, like I said, I think it's older men. Like I said, it's more of a watery substance that comes out. Men, whether you can induce lactation or not, we cannot breastfeed. There is no nutrition in a men's lactation. If you want a baby to get the nutrients and stuff that they need, that he or she needs, a woman, a biological woman, the mother has to breastfeed. Unless she medically, for some medical reason, she can't. But that's, if she can't do that, then you actually have to get formula. But the mother has to breastfeed. The father, the biological man, the father cannot. There is no nutrients in the lactation that comes out of a man. You are going to literally starve that baby to death if that's all you try and do. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Get the fuck over it.
Actually made by the TikTok user and not the queer Kiwi. They're very funny, but I don't think she made them.
You see what I mean about the editing of this? Like, I'm gonna need you to tell me where the problem lies and what's off-putting about this.
It's a dude. It's a dude making milk. What is that milk? That's horrifying. Don't get me wrong. The polite thing to do is say that is a transgender female, mate, and you need to treat her with respect. And I would. But just don't put milk in people's mouths. That's all. Men can't make milk. You're biologically a man. Keep your milk out of their fucking mouth. And that's why these memes that are in the video are so very funny.
She is producing breast milk.
No, she is not.
Like, that's
you dumb
all it is.
bitch.
There's been like documentation of like even men lactating for a long time.
Possibly.
Like, it's not unheard of.
It's not.
It's rare for men to lactate.
It's rare and also illegal in most countries. In Saudi Arabia, if you start lactating, you will be thrown off a bridge. But apparently, from a study in 1981, the milk that's produced by men is actually similar, right? So these men have pituitary tumors and they start producing breast milk, which is fantastic. So maybe I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we should all get home this afternoon and suck on our dad's titty just to see if we can really spread a little bit of diversity into our diets.
So I think it's really cool that they have started
maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I last
using,
heard. So there's probably a different study about
whatnot to help trans women and non-binary parents produce breast milk to feed their babies. I think that's really, really cool.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one, lady, but I don't disagree with her on everything. I agree with her pretty much on abortion. I'm mostly on board for that. I just think she has been swept up into this cult, and that's where she is, and she can't fucking get out. I wonder how she fell into this cult. Who knows?
My parents tried really hard to raise me gender neutral. They never checked what gender I was going to be because they didn't care. It didn't matter.
Oh, it was your mum and dad's fault. They really fucked you up, didn't they?
Okay. Parents should... Okay. You fail as a parent if you do that. I'm sorry. You really do. Don't ever raise your child gender neutral or try and raise them the opposite gender to what they are. 9 times out of 10, they will grow out of it. If they want to dress... If they're a boy and they want to dress like a girl, let them do that for however long they want. They'll most likely eventually grow out of it and start acting like the sex that they were born as. If you're a parent, you have a kid, do not raise them gender neutral. You're going to fuck that kid up. You are. I'm sorry, but you are. If they're a boy, raise them as a boy, but if they want to start dressing as a girl, or if they say, hey, mom or dad, I believe I'm a girl, tell them, great, son. Go have fun. Don't eventually, raise them as a girl. Don't try and put puberty blockers on them or get any sort of transgender stuff on them. I'm sorry. You don't deserve to be a parent if you try and do that shit.
My mom said that she got a lot of weird comments and people telling her off and questioning her while she was raising me and my sister, and I think she even lost some friends over it.
Why be racist, sexist, homophobic, or transphobic when you could just be quiet? You look good. You look good, mate. Well done.
So this is a clip from the new Paramount Transformers show, which I didn't know existed. But this is it.
Ooh, I like your pins.
Ah, yes, and we just saw what happens when adults introduce children to this ideology at a very early age. So yeah, it's probably not great, all right? We should support those who are trans, no doubt. But should we also cultivate them? I don't think so.
I am Nightshade. My pronouns are they, them.
I'm Sam. I'm...
Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. You have a problem. There is something wrong with you mentally if you think you are a they them. They them refers to multiple people. If you refer to yourself as they them, you're wrong. You're a singular person. A singular person. You are either he, him, she, her. That's it. You can be it if you want. But they, them refers to multiple people. It does not refer to a singular person. You cannot be a they, them. If you are a they, them, then you probably have multiple personality disorder.
She, they, but you already know that.
I just don't think this is helpful.
And yeah, he's right on that. Don't ever put this shit in kids shows. Never. Don't ever leave them the fuck alone. If they want to learn about this stuff when they're older and, can actually make sense of it, then fine, let them learn about it. Don't teach your fucking kids this shit. Like I said, you're going to fuck them up.
Gender dysphoria is a legitimate medical condition, but we are seeing the rise of it throughout the Western world. Nowhere else, just throughout the Western world. Now, why is this? It's because children are learning about it at such a young age. They're understanding that this is now an option. They're taking that choice and they feel a bit better, and then all of a sudden they start taking drugs. And then they get surgery. And then they usually get a bit older and they go, holy fuck, what have I done? Why did my parents allow me to do that? Now, this isn't all of the people who transition. It's not at all, but it is some. There was a study conducted in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s. Young boys who believed that they were actually gender dysphoric. They were the other gender. Now, what happened, right? When they followed up with these young boys as they got older and became adults, most of them turned out to be gay men, and most of them no longer felt gender dysphoric. They grew out of it, which is a great example of why we shouldn't give children hormone replacement therapy at 14 fucking years old to stop puberty. Because it's going to fuck them up for life.
This is... If I ever have kids in the future, and I honestly hope I get to have at least one or two, but a lot of this is the reason why I most likely will not let my son and or daughter go to public schools. Because I don't want to risk them being indoctrinated into this dumbass ideology shit. I just don't. Because at this point, a lot of these schools are just trying to drill this woke dumbass shit into the kids and think, it's okay. It's not.
Over a decision that they've made as a child, which they would likely, as the science has shown us, change that decision completely as they got older. Point being, I think a lot of people don't understand this whole transgender debate. Trans people exist, but there are also a lot of people out there who are confused, depressed, and anxious, and they think that they're trans, they try it, they try testosterone, they feel great for a while, but then they realise, no, this isn't the problem at all. But it's too late. They've changed their hormones in their body, they've fucked this up, they've done that, and then they're even more fucked at the end. So, if you're an adult, make the decision. Chop this off. Who gives a shit, right? But if you're a kid, no. Adults can do whatever the fuck they want, right? Their own bodies, do it. Kids, no.
It's okay. I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non-binary people.
Non-binary?
People who aren't female or male.
That's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. I'm sorry. Non-binary does not exist. It is not a thing. You are either male or you're female. That's it. There is no in between. If non-binary was actually, reality, at some point in time, I honestly think humanity would have gone extinct. Humanity literally cannot continue without one or the other. If all males were gone from the planet, eventually humanity would go extinct and vice versa. There is no non-binary. Hate me if you want, it's the truth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
I always knew my pronouns felt right.
This is fucking insane. It's a kid's show.
I think this is so cute. This is so lovely.
I knew you'd fucking say that, but it's a kid's show. Leave kids alone.
Just like a feeling of, safety and validation and support for kids who are struggling with their gender identity.
Sure. But in reality, it is very, very rare. And those kids should get assistance with, having the most normal life as possible. But what doing this and showing all the children out there that this is a normal part of life, and I don't mean that it's not normal and trans people aren't worthy. That's not what I mean. But it's a normal part of life to go, hey, I'm a they, them. Hey, I'm a fucking he, him, she, him. Who gives a fuck, right? To say that to kids, all of a sudden they go to school the next day and they go, you know what? I am a Ziza. And then they're all fucked up. And you might say, no, Isaac, that's not going to happen. 10 years ago, there was 250 referrals to a gender clinic in the UK. Last year, 5,000. So is it catching on or what?
I don't know how you can be so upset and pissed off by this. If you don't like it, don't watch it. They're always like, kids are gonna be confused. Kids don't give a fuck. Kids don't care.
Kids are sponges. They absorb everything. The reason why a lot of people are pissed off about this is because you're showing it to fucking kids. That's what this dumbass lady doesn't fucking understand. You are showing it to kids. Don't put this shit in kid shows. The kind of kid shows that kids should watch are what I grew up on. Cartoon Network, Toonami, Nickelodeon, all the stuff from the 90s and early 2000s. That's the kind of cartoons and shit kids should be watching. Not this woke ass shit. My God, I don't know how a lot of this stuff gets okayed and put on the fucking air. I get the feeling that a lot of people seriously don't care that they're fucking up kids.
Kids aren't going to change their gender based on what they see on TV and in movies.
If I was 8 years old and Optimus Prime told me to change my fucking gender to fight the Decepticons, I would cut my cock off then and there.
Kids know, typically, what their own gender is, but they don't realize there's other options, so they feel abnormal and don't tell anyone. So if there is someone who is non-binary who is saying, I don't feel male nor female, then kids watching it could be like, oh my God, that's how I feel.
Or they're kids and they're a little bit confused. Maybe they don't need to make a big decision and put a label on it, because the science shows once again that they will grow out of it. Because once you start changing your appearance, you're not going to change it back. If you're a young kid, a young boy, and you start dressing like a girl, it's going to be very hard for you to change that once you get a little bit older, right? It's just going to be the way you dress. I feel like this is encouraging children to do this. That's my thoughts.
You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy.
Why is there that cis word? Why is that there? If we have a worldwide population of 7 billion people, we've created a new word to describe what would round up to 7 billion of them, which is so unnecessary. You do not need to use it. By the law of averages, you're talking about cis people most of the time. We don't need to use it. Oh, forgot to tell you, the queer Kiwi also hates Father's Day.
Father's Day is a consumerism day. Father's Day is a day that was created because men can't stand the idea of themselves not having something about them.
Okay. Here's the thing that if you want to get rid of Father's Day, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to get rid of Mother's Day. I'm sorry. It's the truth. A child cannot be born without a mother or father, without a man. A child literally cannot be born without a man. Whether it's through lesbian couples going to a facility to get themselves inseminated, it's still coming from a man. You literally cannot have a child without a man. What is so wrong with having Father's Day? I don't get it. I would feel so horribly bad for my own father if we got rid of Father's Day. That's like me going up to my father and saying, "Hey Dad, you know what? You don't fucking matter anymore. Fuck you." No. I respect and love my father too much. I've told people that if I ever had kids, I would hope that I would be just as great of a father to them as mine was to me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without him. People have no idea. People don't realize how important it is for a child to have a father in their life. You have no idea. Statistically, a son or a daughter, or both, grow up better having both a mother and a father. Having one gone throughout their entire life, statistically, is not good for them. They need both parents in their lives. Because it shows for a son, it stabilizes their life and shows them what kind of man they can grow up to be. I don't know the study, but to say something like this about Father's Day, you're basically also it's the same thing with Mother's Day. It's basically just a day that it was created, just to make money or whatever.
Mother's got a day, so why don't fathers get a day? That's because every day is Father's Day.
You are a fucking Karen in training, mate. You really hate men, don't you? It's such a weird thing to hate 50% of the world's population. It makes no sense.
My auntie has a PhD in feminist history. Her entire job is
feminist history. Look, I got nothing wrong with feminism. The first and second generation I don't. Because they were actually fighting for something important. They were actually, fighting for legitimate reasons. This third wave and fourth wave and whatever wave after that comes, I'm sorry, you're not really fighting for anything. You're really not. There is no right that a man has that a woman does not. It's the truth.
Writing about women, and so she knows everything. She knows a lot about this sort of stuff.
What an awful existence your poor auntie has. How fucking horrible is that?
So in her house, they don't even celebrate Father's Day because she thinks it's the stupidest, most ridiculous, made-up holiday ever.
Well, doesn't she sound like a real...
So they don't even celebrate it in their house. And I think that's totally valid. Mother's Day is about women. Father's Day isn't real.
Cool. Remember, kids, hating men is A-okay. You know what I did find out? The Queer Kiwi actually has some sponsors on her channel, which is fun because there's one called Be Educated. And from the website, all I can learn is that it teaches women how to masturbate. I can teach women how to masturbate. Get in there, flick the shit out of that bone and give it a good hard rock like you're polishing a fucking butt. Get in there. There are some instructors on this website too. Ooh, Colin teaches a course on male-to-male pleasure. Fuck yeah, Colin. Come hang out. There's also Audia, who's a pleasure expert. What type of degree do you need to become a pleasure... I know the answer to this because I am the pleasure king. Now, I'll just say this. Queer Kiwi gives some shout-outs on her channel. She shouted out vulva people recently, which is great.
Hello, vulva people. I am popping in here once again to talk about something very important, and that is pleasure and self-love.
Alright, vulva. Alright. The one thing I think is the most ridiculous thing that people have gone around, even, you know, society has gone around doing. They're literally erasing the word woman and mother. Birthing people, vulva people, people with a uterus, all this sort of thing. They're trying so incredibly hard to avoid the term woman and mother. I'm sorry, it is a giant disrespect to refer to mothers as birthing people. A giant disrespect.
Do you by any chance mean women, mate? Do you? Oh, here's another video. Aesthetic misogyny. What the fuck does that mean?
Third wave feminists are so unhinged and short-sighted that they're now erasing women from society. Woman of the year is a man. The best woman swimmer is a man. Is this what progress looks like? Lol. Firstly, a man said this.
Oh, sex.
He said that because it's true. Whether you like it or not, it's true.
Just go on.
We're not erasing womanhood. We just acknowledge that all women look different, and womanhood is a spectrum. There is no one way to be a woman. There is not a correct way to be a woman.
There's not. You could even have a massive cock and be a great time to be alive.
All of our bodies look different. All of our hobbies are different. Our interests are different. Our menstrual cycles are different. Our fertility is different. Our brain patterns are different.
And some differences are bigger than others. Like having a giant knob.
We just acknowledge that women can be different sometimes. And that frightens you.
Yes, having a penis where there shouldn't be a penis does frighten. It's like a jump scare in a movie. Imagine that was a penis. And
Jesus Christ.
Horrifying news of all time. The Queer Kiwi also has a podcast. Let's have a look at the playlist.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Look at those names. Let's discuss misogyny, biphobia, capitalism, fetishization, and sexualization. What a blast. Mate, women should be banned from having podcasts. Let me just say that now. It's worse than AIDS, ladies. Although, go and check out the Mum and Dad show. I do it with my wife. It's very good. Go check it out on Spotify. Cheers.
I just realised.
What?
These ignorant men really think that that's what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They think that we're using our energy and our time to hate men.
It's because you are.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have caught up with the Queer Kiwi and she's doing amazing things for queer women everywhere. Shout out and all the very best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, please do something. Be a good motherfucker.
I'm sorry for this video being so long, but just feminists like that just are so incredibly fucking stupid. Oh, and it's... You lose brain cells by listening to their stupidity. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I may have had some stupid moments in the video, but hey, you know what? I'm just an idiot. That's just who I am. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, I'm not gonna say. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to go check out Isaac Butterfield. He is a wonderful YouTuber, one of my favorite. I'll leave his link in the description below. I hope if there are any other videos you'd like to see me react to, please comment them down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.